Lord is great, isn't he? And thanks to Mary also showing us how to relate to Jesus, how to relate to others. Mary followed in Jesus' footsteps. Mary imitated Jesus in his virtues, in his character, his good disposition of helping others. We, as followers of Jesus, as followers of Mary, as followers of St. Vincent, are called to do the same, are called to bring people closer to the Lord by our virtues. We were talking about the 5 virtues. I won't be going into them all right now. Just mention simplicity, humility, gentleness, mortification, zeal for souls. I gave you homework yesterday. The homework was, which one do you need more of right now in your life? It's very important to pick one out and pray the Lord to give you that virtue, that disposition, so that you can be more simple in good sense, humble, more gentle, be more under self-control, mortification, and have that zeal of going out and bringing people to God who loves them, the same God who loves us. We need to continue that zeal right now. There are many groups that do that in the Vincentian spirit. And remember, we are celebrating right now 400 years of the Vincentian charism, 400 years. And not only that, we're also celebrating 200 years of the arrival of the Vincentians to the Americas. So thank goodness for 400 years ago, thank goodness for 200 years ago, and thank goodness for all the Vincentians throughout that period before of showing us how to live, how to put the virtues into practice, how we can say, I'm trying to imitate Vincent. I'm trying to imitate Mary. I'm trying to imitate Jesus who loves me. All of them love me and are calling me to serve. The song that we had before, that we're being called to service. And in the Vincentian family, we have many different groups. We have the Vincentian fathers and brothers. We have the Daughters of Charity. We have the Society of St. Vincent de Paul, serving the poor. Or we have many other groups also, many. Maybe you belong to one of them. Maybe you don't. One of the things that we're called to do is to understand and have a knowledge of those groups. In this month's Miraculous Novena, we have some articles about our priests here from this community, our province, working in Panama and China. Hopefully you all get a copy so that you can not only study, but appreciate the work that the Vincentians have been doing for many years and want to continue to do. But you know, there's a problem. Vocations are down. We used to have many in the seminary, and now we don't. I ask you 2 things. First, pray for vocations. Pray for vocations. This is a list of the vocations that we have in our province right now. When I made my novitiate and the seminary, it could have gone on for several pages. The vocations are down. Is it that God is not calling? Or there are too many distractions in society right now, and some are not willing to hear, can't even hear the call because they're distracted with so many things around them. The Lord calls on us to pray for them, pray for more vocations, and not only pray, but talk to people. Talk to the youth today and encourage them to pray for vocations, and perhaps they have a vocation and they haven't been listening. Maybe in your own family, your sons and daughters, your grandchildren, ask them, have you ever thought of the priesthood? Perhaps they'll say no, but because of you mentioning that, the thought comes into the mind, and they're a little more open in case the Lord is calling them to a vocation. So pray and speak up, invite. There are many good testimonies. I have 200 pages of Bishop O'Shea's letters, for example. There are many books written. You can see some of them here. I would like to make a promise to you that before Christmas, I'll try to make a list of all the Vincentian books that can inspire you and inspire others, that you get the book and you pass it around. Or Google and understand the different saints that we have in our family, our Vincentian family. A recent book that was just published by Father Robert Maloney, who lives here, Faces of Holiness. Faces of Holiness. He takes 12 persons, including Jesus and Mary, but 10 persons of the Vincentian charism, and he analyzes them, their life, what they teach, the face of the Vincentian, the testimony that they give. And it's a very inspiring book. I haven't read the whole thing yet. This is my reading for Thanksgiving. When I go, I'll be with my brothers for Thursday, and I'll take this home for a couple of days to read this. But along with that, in reading it, to thank the Lord 10 times for the 10 persons that are talked about here with the Vincentian charism, to appreciate our family, our Vincentian family, and that we can bring more of their virtues into our own life and to the lives of others. We are called to evangelize. One of the things that's very important also is the prayer that I mentioned before, is to know where the seminarians are. We have a seminary at St. John's University. It's called Miraculous Meadow House. We have seminarians there. Sometimes they come here. I think some might be coming for the celebration tomorrow. We have the internal seminary, special time in preparation for the priesthood, internal seminary. And they live right across the street. And they've come here and help us here with the celebration. One of the real things that impressed them a lot, they went to Rome also with us, and there they actually helped to carry in the procession and up to in St. Peter's Square with the Pope there, they carried in the heart of St. Vincent, the actual heart of St. Vincent. We have the relics, no? Well, this is, the Daughters of Charity tried to preserve this relic, and we had it for the 400th anniversary in Rome with the Pope, and the Pope venerated this relic of St. Vincent de Paul. The Lord is great. He inspires us to live out our vocation. What is your vocation? You're living it right now. You're here as part of the Vincentian family, a Christian as a Vincentian family, celebrating the Miraculous Meadow Novena. We ask the Lord to help us to always have Mary close to us, and that we can learn from her, and that we can not only stay with Mary in our heart, but give Mary away to others, inspire others to realize that Mary loves them too. The Spirit is alive. St. Vincent is alive in the hearts of the Vincentian family. Let us ask you to pray for more vocations to the priesthood, more vocations to the religious life, to the Daughters of Charity, more vocations to the different groups of Vincentians, the St. Vincent de Paul Society, and many others, and that perhaps we can get more involved in those groups serving the poor. We are called to serve. Jesus came to serve. We are followers of Jesus, and we are called to serve. And St. Vincent came to serve, especially the poor. May God guide us in our relationships and in our going out, living out our charism of the Vincentian family. May God bless you.